Did you know that 70% of the world's billionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They built it from the ground up, often starting from very humble beginnings. In fact, about 1 in 4 of these self-made millionaires started with less than $1,000 to their name. These numbers might surprise you, but they reveal a powerful truth. Ordinary people can achieve extraordinary success. In this video, we're going to peel back the curtain on how the rich turn their dreams into reality. From the crucial first steps of discovering their passion to the advanced strategies they use to grow their empires, we'll cover it all. You'll learn how millionaires find their spark, craft a vision, and master the skills needed to turn their ideas into gold. Stick around as we dive into the real strategies that separate the wealthy from the rest. Ready to unlock the secrets of millionaires? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Seed of Ambition, where millionaires find their passion. Success stories often start in the most unexpected places. Many millionaires didn't come from wealth or privilege. Instead, they found their passion in adversity. For instance, did you know that 68% of the world's billionaires are self-made? This stat from WealthX shows how humble beginnings often fuel the fire for success. Steve Jobs once said, "You've got to find what you love." But what he didn't mention is that many of the richest people stumbled upon their passions in the face of hardship. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She grew up in poverty, but found her passion for media after winning a beauty pageant in her teens. It wasn't just the win, it was the realization that she had a voice that could make an impact. The seed of her ambition wasn't just a dream, it was rooted in a real struggle and the desire to rise above it. It's important to note that these seeds don't always come from big, dramatic moments. Sometimes they're planted in small, everyday experiences. Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks, was inspired by the sense of community he felt in Italian coffee shops. This simple observation sparked a passion that would eventually lead to a global coffee empire. The key takeaway? Millionaires often find their passion in unlikely places. They're not just chasing wealth, they're chasing a dream born from a real need or desire to solve a problem. And it's this deep, personal connection to their work that propels them forward. Chapter 2. Sculpting a Vision. The art of turning passion into a purpose. Finding your passion is just the beginning. The next step is turning that passion into a clear, actionable vision. This is where many people get stuck. They have big dreams but struggle to translate them into reality. But millionaires know that a dream without a plan is just a wish. Take Elon Musk, for example. His vision for SpaceX wasn't just about building rockets. It was about making space travel affordable and eventually colonizing Mars. This grand vision started with a simple passion for space, but Musk meticulously crafted it into a purpose-driven mission. According to a report from CNBC, Musk spends up to 90% of his time on design and engineering, a testament to how involved he is in sculpting his vision. What sets millionaires apart is their ability to create a roadmap for their vision. They break down their big goals into smaller, manageable steps. For instance, Jeff Bezos didn't just set out to create the world's largest online retailer. He started with books because they were easy to ship and in high demand. This strategic focus allowed him to gradually expand Amazon into the behemoth it is today. Another critical aspect is the ability to pivot. Millionaires understand that their vision must evolve with time. They're not afraid to change direction if it means getting closer to their ultimate goal. A survey by McKinsey found that 70% of successful companies had to pivot at least once before they found their winning formula. The lesson here? Passion is essential, but without a well-crafted vision, it's just a hobby. Millionaires know how to take their passion and mold it into a purpose that guides their every decision. Before we move on, hit subscribe, and let's dive back into more great content. Chapter 3. Mastering the Game. The secret skills millionaires cultivate. Success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. Millionaires don't just rely on their passion and vision, they also cultivate specific skills that give them an edge. These skills aren't always what you'd expect. For instance, emotional intelligence is a common trait among the wealthy. A study by TalentSmart found that 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence. This skill helps them navigate complex business relationships and make better decisions under pressure. Another skill that sets millionaires apart is the ability to negotiate. Warren Buffett once said, "Price is what you pay, value is what you get." This mindset is at the core of effective negotiation. Millionaires know how to strike deals that benefit all parties involved, ensuring long-term success. But it's not just about emotional intelligence and negotiation. Millionaires also excel at spotting trends before they become mainstream. They're constantly learning and adapting to new market conditions. For example, Richard Branson is known for his ability to jump into emerging industries, just as they're about to explode. His ventures into music, airlines, and space travel weren't random. They were calculated risks based on his ability to read the market. One more critical skill: the ability to delegate. Millionaires know they can't do it all alone. They surround themselves with talented people and trust them to get the job done. A study by Gallup found that companies led by CEOs who excel at delegation generate 33% higher revenue. In short, millionaires are masters of the game. They've honed skills that allow them to navigate the complexities of business and life. They don't just rely on passion. They equip themselves with the tools needed to turn their vision into reality. Chapter 4. Networking Alchemy: Turning Relationships into Gold. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards. For millionaires, it's a form of alchemy, where relationships are turned into opportunities. They don't just meet people. They build connections that matter. One fascinating stat: according to the Harvard Business Review, 79% of successful business deals happen because of personal connections. This shows how crucial networking is in the world of business. But it's not just about who you know, it's about how you engage. Millionaires focus on creating value in their relationships. They understand that genuine connections are built on mutual benefit. This means they're always looking for ways to help others, not just themselves. Zig Ziglar famously said, "You can have everything in life you want, if you will just help other people get what they want." This philosophy is at the heart of how millionaires approach networking. They also know the importance of surrounding themselves with the right people. A study by Dr. David McClelland of Harvard found that the people you habitually associate with determine as much as 95% of your success or failure in life. This is why millionaires are intentional about their inner circle. They seek out mentors, peers, and even competitors who challenge them to grow. Another key strategy: millionaires are masters of what's known as connecting the dots. They see potential collaborations and partnerships where others might not. They're not just looking for immediate gains. They're building a network that can support them long term. This ability to see and create opportunities within their network is what turns connections into gold. The takeaway here is simple. Networking isn't just about expanding your Rolodex. It's about creating meaningful, value-driven relationships that can help you achieve your goals. Chapter 5. The Mentorship Matrix: How Millionaires Teach and Learn. Mentorship is often seen as a one-way street, but for millionaires, it's a two-way exchange. They don't just receive wisdom from their mentors, they also give back, creating a mentorship matrix that fosters growth for everyone involved. Richard Branson once said, "If you ask any successful business person, they will always have had a great mentor at some point along the road." This highlights how vital mentorship is to success. What's unique about millionaires is how they approach this relationship. They don't just seek mentors in their field, they look for guidance from diverse sources. A study by the University of Sydney found that mentees who had mentors from different backgrounds were more innovative and had a broader perspective on problem solving. This cross-disciplinary mentorship is what gives millionaires a competitive edge. But it's not just about finding the right mentors. Millionaires also believe in teaching what they've learned. They understand that the act of teaching reinforces their own knowledge and opens them up to new ideas. A report by the Association for Talent Development found that mentoring others increased the mentor's productivity by 88%. This shows how teaching can be just as beneficial as learning. Another strategy they use is reverse mentoring. This is where younger or less experienced individuals mentor more senior people, particularly in areas like technology or social media. It's a brilliant way to stay ahead in rapidly changing industries. Jack Welch, former CEO of GE, was a big proponent of reverse mentoring, and it's a concept that's gained traction in many successful companies. In essence, millionaires don't see mentorship as a one-way street. They create a dynamic two-way flow of knowledge and support that benefits everyone involved. Chapter 6. The Millionaire Mindset: Thinking in Terms of Legacy, Not Just Wealth. Millionaires think beyond the here and now. They're not just focused on accumulating wealth, they're thinking about the legacy they'll leave behind. This long-term mindset is what differentiates them from others. A survey by US Trust found that 76% of high-net-worth individuals consider legacy planning important, compared to just 20% of the general population. What's interesting is how they define their legacy. It's not just about money, it's about impact. They want to be remembered for the change they brought to the world. Steve Jobs once said, "We're here to put a dent in the universe, otherwise why else even be here?" This quote encapsulates the mindset of many millionaires. They're driven by a desire to create something that outlasts them. Another critical aspect is how they involve their families in their legacy planning. They're not just passing down wealth, they're passing down values. A study by the Williams Group found that 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and 90% by the third. To combat this, millionaires often focus on educating their children about financial responsibility and philanthropy. They also think about their legacy in terms of business. Many millionaires aim to build companies that continue to thrive long after they're gone. Warren Buffett, for example, has meticulously planned for Berkshire Hathaway to succeed beyond his leadership, ensuring a lasting impact on the business world. Lastly, millionaires are often involved in philanthropy as a key part of their legacy. They don't just donate money, they invest in causes that align with their values and vision for the future. Bill Gates, through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is a prime example of how wealth can be used to drive significant global change. In summary, millionaires think long-term. They're not just accumulating wealth, they're building a legacy that will endure for generations to come. Subscribe to get the latest and greatest content delivered straight to your feed.